It's your money. And it just gets recirculated through Washington. And Washington takes like a 30-40% discount. It gets to be a lot more expensive. And our whole economy then gets pushed in the tank. So I can sum it up this way. There's a book by the new president of France called Testimony. You should read the book because it outlines a really sensible economic program. President of France, the new president of France wants to do the following. He wants to reduce the corporate tax rate in France because it's too high. And he's afraid he's losing businesses to other countries because his corporate tax rate is too high. The French are losing jobs. Well, his corporate tax rate is less than America's. He wants to reduce the income taxes. He wants to do away with the inheritance tax, or at least reduce it, because he sees the French taking their wealth, the wealthy ones taking their wealth and moving it to England. And therefore, France doesn't get the benefit of that wealth. He wants to give people school choice. Wants to give parents what we call vouchers, so they can pick the school of their choice, private, parochial, public, charter. And he wants to get the French to work more than 35 hours a week. That's good, right? And he's going to give them tax-free money to do it. Okay, these are all American reforms. This is like totally contrary to the centralized socialistic ideas they had in France for a long time that's holding them back. So I've been having this dream lately. It goes something like this. He's on an airplane. Sarkozy's on an airplane going from France to the United States. He's about halfway over the Atlantic. And this other airplane is coming right up toward his airplane. They almost hit it. They get so close you can look inside the window of the other plane. And he recognizes the three people in the plane going from the United States to France. And he waves to them very quietly, and they wave to him very enthusiastically. And in the other plane, going to France, are Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and John Edwards. They're all going to France. They're all going to France to figure out how they can get all of these failed policies from France. And let's see if we can inflict them on the American people. Higher taxes, more government control of health, more government control of education, more government control of who knows what, the air that you breathe. I mean, all these things are failed. The whole world is going in the other direction. The whole world is going in the direction of bigger free markets, more free trade, lower taxes, smaller central government, and we've got three candidates for president that are going in exactly the opposite direction. If we're not careful, if you don't elect me, this country could be to the left of France. And that's why I run it, because I understand how to keep this government fiscally conservative, which means a growing economy for you, particularly for young people. These policies sound good, and they are extremely damaging. They sound very enticing. We'll send you money. We'll guarantee your health care. We'll take care of you from cradle to grave. We'll send you money when you get born. The problem with that is that's the last time you get any money from Washington. The rest of it you got to earn. And you got to grow up in a society that supports your ability to earn money, your ability to work for yourself and take care of yourself. That's a growth society. That's what's made us unusual, not these policies that Democrats are talking about. So these are the reasons that I'm running. In addition, the one that I haven't mentioned that you can ask about and is the most important, keep us on offense against Islamic terrorism. America has to be on offense. We cannot go back to the defense that the Democrats want to play against Islamic terrorism. So, why don't you ask me questions, or if you have questions for Governor Perry, he would be happy to answer. And we'll start with somebody back here, and then we'll go around this way. Anybody back here? Yes.
Mayor, I've been following Congress and they're putting forth the resolution in the House to resurrect the Armenian crisis during the Austin fire. And what is your view of what they're trying to do in the House?
My view is that if you're asking for an accurate statement of history, it's correct. But that probably wisdom would say that right now you wouldn't do it. And I think they are. I think they recognize that this isn't the right time to do that. And I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to stay where it is. The subcommittee voted for it. They made the point. If you ask me, is it a historically correct point? Yes, it is. But is this the right time to make it? It appears when you listen to what General Petraeus has to say, Ambassador Crocker, and everyone else, this would not be the most sensible time to make it. I think this is just a mistake. To do it now. The resolution itself is accurate, but to do it right now is not the right time to do it, and I think that's probably how it's all going to come out.
Iowa might not be a red state or a green state, or a blue state, but be a green state. Could you tell me a little bit, most of our electricity is produced by coal in this country. Could you tell us a little bit about your thoughts about electricity and coal in general?
Sure. I think it should be a green state too. I think of a green state as being an environmentally sound state, a healthy state, a safe state, and a state with a lot of money. So I think of green, I think of all you people being able to earn a lot of money, which is a good thing. I think that there is a very, very promising, not more than promising, a developed technology that could really allow us to use our coal and use it safely without contributing unnecessarily to pollution of global warming. That's carbon sequestration, cleaning coal. It's expensive. Right now it's expensive. All emerging new technologies are right now at the beginning expensive. The government should help with that. I don't think the government should be in the business of subsidizing for long periods of time, but I think the government should be in the business of even subsidizing in a situation in which an industry is emerging, it's in the national interest, maybe it's even a national security issue, and the government should try to help that industry emerge into a full-fledged process. We have more coal reserves in the United States than they have oil reserves in Saudi Arabia. And if we can rely on those coal reserves in a way that doesn't harm the environment, in a way that's consistent with a clean environment, we're going to be in a much better position. And whenever I talk about energy independence, I think of it as a threefer. You know, you've heard of twofer, threefer, three benefits in one. Whenever I say energy independence, any of these technologies that leads to energy independence, please think of the following. In most cases like this, it reduces pollution and the impact on global warming. Number two, right now, it's a national security matter. The more we can have independence, the more pressure we can put on those governments that are dangerous. That are dangerous in part because they have so much energy that they sell. And third, it's a great business for us. It's a great business for us to readdress the balance of trade. When you think that our balance of trade is off, right, we're importing too much and we're exporting too little, there are two approaches to this. One approach is the Democrats' approach, which is largely becoming stop importing. Very, very strange, by the way. Bill Clinton is one of the presidents that kind of opened up free trade. Now the Democrats want to go back to stop importing. We have to make sure that imports are safe. We have to make sure that we're properly protected. All that's correct. But we have to be in favor of being able to buy from foreign countries. It helps our economy. Here's what we should think about. Here's the opposite thing to think about. When you say, how do you redress the imbalance in trade? One group says, stop the imports. I say, increase the exports. Sell more. That'll make us a growing economy. The other is going to make us decline. We're going to be perpetuating our inefficiencies, and we will decline.